Hey, Steve from Flowmaster. Today I'm happy to introduce our new Delta Force cooler intake for the 2009 to 2014 GM 1500, equipped with a 4.8 liter, the 5.3, the 6.0, and the 6.2 liter. But please check our website for more details on the different makes, models, and years this will fit. Now this Delta Force cooler intake has a black powder coated heat shield, reinforced silicone couplers, all stainless steel hardware, anodized fittings, and all systems feature an ultra-trick looking durable cross-linked polyethylene intake tube with a nice Flowmaster logo right in the center. Along with the large high-flow conical shaped filter, it's an 8-layer cotton gauze air filter, ensuring that it will trap more dust and dirt particles than your typical 6-layer filter. Now this is a 100% direct bolt onto the vehicle, and it's backed up by a lifetime limited warranty, protecting your investment and giving you peace of mind. Now, the tools for the job are Phillips screwdriver, 5/16 nut driver, a ratchet, extension, 10mm socket, Torx T15 socket, 5/32 Allen, 9/16 wrench, a pair of pliers. All Flowmaster products are dyno tuned during the development phases for maximum power gains and efficiency. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get this installed in this Chevy Silverado here. Alright, we're in the shop today. We got a 2009 Chevy Silverado 1500 equipped with a 5.3 liter motor. We're going to get this old air box assembly off and put on the new Delta Force cooler intake. So let's get started. Okay, first we're going to go ahead and remove the engine cover. Just going to pull straight up. Slides right out. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp here at the throttle body. We're going to go ahead and disconnect this vacuum line down below here. We're going to go ahead and disconnect the little hose holder right here for the upper radiator hose. We're going to loosen up the clamp here from the air box to the intake tube. Disconnect the sensor. And we're going to go ahead and remove this air intake tube as one unit, and then remove the air box as one unit. And then underneath the air box, the mounting tray for this air box, we're going to unbolt it and remove that also. Okay, we're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp here at the throttle body. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp here on the air intake tube. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and disconnect this vacuum line right here. You're going to have to use it like a flat blade screwdriver. Basically, there's a gray little arm they're going to push over with the flat blade screwdriver, and then that will disconnect it and you can pull it off. All right. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's that plastic little arm you got to just push over, and that's what disconnects it. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and disconnect the radiator hose holder. It's just pushed into this intake tube. So we're just going to push it straight down. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and take the intake tube off the air box. Then we're going to go ahead and pick up on this and then wiggle it off the throttle body. Next, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the sensor. Just going to push down this little tab here and wiggle it off. Okay, next, we're going to go ahead and pull the air box off. This is just push down. Okay, next, we're going to remove the stock air box mounting plate, which is these 4 bolts here. This is going to be the 4 factory mounting points for the new Delta Force cooler intake. Okay, we got that old airbox assembly out of the vehicle. Now there's only 2 items we're going to reuse off the old system. First one's going to be the sensor here. The other one's going to be the 4 bolts that held on the factory tray that held on the stock airbox. So let's get started on the Delta Force cooler intake. Okay, we got our Delta Force cooler intake laid out on the table. We're first going to go ahead and start off with the heat shield here. We're going to go ahead and put the air filter adapter on. This goes on the inside of the heat shield. We're going to go ahead and line up the 3 holes. Now with the supplied hardware, we're going to use the Allen bolt with the flat washer, a lock washer, and we're going to go ahead and start this. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the heat shield gasket. Now this may come on excess length, so you may need to trim it to fit your heat shield. So we're going to go ahead and start here on the bottom. And just work our way all the way around. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put some parts on the new intake tube. First, we're going to start off with the anodized fitting. It's going to go right here. Now you want to make sure you put some Teflon tape on the threads. Go ahead and tighten this down. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove the sensor off the factory air box. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put the factory sensor into the new intake tube. But first, we're gonna put on the adapter. Okay, the sensor has a factory alignment pin, which is right here. That's gonna fall into this hole. Okay. And it should look like that. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put the gasket on. And then with the supplied hardware, we're gonna go ahead and bolt this down. Now when you tighten down these two screws, you wanna make sure you tighten them down evenly so you get a proper seal. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put the reinforced silicone coupler on. We're gonna put this one on here that has the hump in the center. We're gonna put it on the sensor side here. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and just snug it up to allow for some adjustment once it's in the vehicle. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put on the other reinforced silicone coupler. It's gonna go over here by the anodized fitting. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and bolt down the heat shield with the factory bolts. So let's get started. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put on the new intake tube. First we're gonna put on the heat shield side, and then we're gonna go ahead and slide it onto the throttle body side. Now you wanna make sure your reinforced silicone coupler is pressed up against the stop right here. And now we'll go ahead and tighten down the clamp. Okay. Okay, next the coupler going to the heat shield. Same thing with the throttle body. You wanna push it up against the heat shield here, and then go ahead and tighten down the clamp. Okay. Okay, next, before you tighten down the intake tube to both couplers, you want to make sure the orientation of the tube is correct. So you can either roll it down or roll it up. You want to try to push it up as high as you can. Make sure it clears the top of the radiator hose here. So it looks like we got plenty of clearance. I'll go ahead and tighten down the intake tube at the throttle body side here. And then we'll go ahead and tighten it down here, the heat shield side. Okay. Okay, next, the new supplied breather hose. We're going to go ahead and put on the supplied clamp first. And then we're going to go ahead and slide it down onto the valve cover side here. And we'll go ahead and push the clamp on. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and attach the new breather hose to the anodized fitting. Now your new breather hose may come in excess length, so you may need to trim it to fit your intake. So on this intake here, we're going to go ahead and trim a little bit off. Now we're going to go ahead and install the Glide clamp on to the new hose. And then we're going to go ahead and slide the hose onto the anodized fitting and then put the clamp on. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and reattach the sensor. And you want to push it until you hear it click. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the new air filter. And then we'll go ahead and tighten it down. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put the engine cover back on. Okay. Okay, that concludes our installation here on a new Delta Force cooler intake for the 2009 to 2014 GM 1500, equipped with a 4.8 liter, the 5.3, the 6.0, and the 6.2 liter. Now, the installation time on this was roughly about 45 minutes to an hour. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our Flowmaster YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.